Hello boys and girls, I'm Ms. Knobel, and in this lesson we're going to do more calculations with whole numbers. It will be an interesting lesson, you will see. So we are going to look at squares and square roots, cubes and cube roots. Very important part of whole numbers and the calculations around that. I want you to practice a lot of this. I want you to go over this video, take the examples and practice it again, because there's small little things that can really change your answer and that can make everything wrong. But I'll talk about it. Let's just look at squares. It's a number multiplied by itself. That you know. 2 times 2, we can also write it as 2 squared. You know the answer is 4. 0,6 times 0,6, 0,36. What's important is all these brackets. It's minus 4 or brackets, minus 4 or brackets, or all brackets minus 4 square, which will give you the answer 16. And that's where you have to be very careful with your brackets or with your negatives. This minus here is not in a bracket. It's literally separate from my square. So you are going to square your 4 times 4, but that minus goes to the answer. It's not part of the 4 inside a bracket. One day when you do graphs, you will understand this difference very well. Now the inverse process of squaring a number is square roots. So it's the other way around, a reverse process. And you're going to ask yourself which number was multiplied by itself, because that number will now be your answer. I know, you can get the answer on a calculator, but I need you to understand exactly what it is. The answer is basically that number that you have squared with himself. So the square root of 4 is 2. Interesting here, square root of 0,2. So this is actually 2 0,6 here. Look exactly the same, so the square root will be 0,6. And very interesting is if you have minus 0,6, all brackets, then this answer will be minus 0,6. But what's interesting with this negative, can you see that this negative is not in a bracket with 4 and there's not 2 brackets? So you can't find the answer here. That will be undefined. That's a non-real number. Here is also very important to look at where the minus is. The minus is outside the square root. So it's separate from the square root of 16. So you have to take it to your answer. Now let's look at cubes. Cubes and cube roots. Cubes, that is a number multiplied by itself 3 times. I know you know it. Stuff that you've been looking at for many years, but the problem in grade 9 is now all these brackets. So 3 cube is 27. Minus 3 cube, I repeat the minus 3 times. All brackets, the minus is in the bracket every time. So that will give you a minus times a minus times a minus, which is minus 3 cube is 27. But look at this one. Again, we have the minus 3 inside. So we're going to times minus 3 with himself 3 times. But outside, separately you can almost say, is the minus. So that minus must go to the next step. You know minus 3 cube is minus 27. There it is. Now you're going to times the 2 minuses with each other, which gives you 27. And I want you to remember Beratmas. So in Beratmas, you are going to do your exponents and your roots first. Always first. Then later, after that step, you're going to do your multiplication and your division. Your multiplication and your division. And last, you do your plus and minus, your subtraction and addition. So remember here, we do the exponent first because of the rules of Berodmas. Cube roots. What is interesting that you know, but what is very interesting is that you are going to ask yourself which number is multiplied by itself 3 times. Now, in the third root of minus 27, we know the square root of minus 4 or the square root of minus 27 doesn't exist. This is undefined. But we now have the third root of minus 27. And what number did I take to multiply himself or multiply by itself 3 times? It was minus 3. So the answer is minus 3. Here you can get it again. There's your answer, minus 3, but there's a minus outside. And now we do the multiplication. Minus times minus is 3. First the root, then the multiplication. That's Berodmas. Now what is very important this year would be to find the square root without a calculator. And for that, you need your exponents the same as the root power. And to find this, you have to rewrite 900 in the product of its prime factors. We will do this in a video later again, the product of its prime factors. So you're going to start dividing by the first prime factor. You keep on dividing by your prime factors. Then you are going to divide this by 3 because 2 plus 2 plus 5 is 9. So you can divide 3 into it, which is going to give you 75. I can divide 3 into that again. Now you go to the following prime factor, which is 5. And now you can see that 900 is 2 square times 3 square times 5 square. I want the square root of that. The root power and the exponents are the same. So this answer, the square root of 900, calculating it without a calculator, you have to show all your steps. You just times the 3 bases with each other and you get the answer. Let's just do another one. The third root, for instance, of 3, 3 and 5, 3. What is the third root or cube root of 3, 3 and 5, 3? All of that are the same. So you just times the 2 bases. Good. So remember, no calculator. Without the use of a calculator, you are not allowed to use your calculator. I know you're going to have your calculator with you in the examination. It's fine. You can use it and test your answers with it. But in the examination, when I ask a question without the use of a calculator, you have to show all the steps to prove to the person that's going to mark it that you didn't use your calculator, even if you have used it. But show all your steps. There is the very important notes that I want you to remember. Is the negative symbol inside or outside the bracket? Is it to the power of 1 or to the power of 0? Is it 1 to a power or 0 to a power? We have talked about it. Be aware of the brackets. Are we having 1 term or 2 terms? Now I want you to understand my next sentence very well. We do not use exponential rules or root rules over a plus or a minus. We only use exponential rules and root rules in 1 term. So you cannot go and add this 9 and 25 there, because now you're working over a plus. We do not work over a plus with these rules. So this is 2 terms, so I'm going to separate them and my answer is 8, whilst this is 1 term, add them under the square root sign and have your answer 5. I'm going to do another example of that. Squares and square roots cancel each other. If you have the square root, so for instance, of 4 square, all of this cancel out. We will do another example of that again. And then the cube roots of negative numbers exist. Why? I just talked about it. But the square root of negative numbers don't exist. Let's just look at another example. I, for instance, have 100, square root of 100 minus square root of 36. I'm not going to squash the two like here. This is one term, this is two terms. You're not allowed to work with these rules over a plus or a minus. But here you can see the minus is inside the square root sign. So this is one concept, one term. So you're going to find the answers separately here. This is, you have to subtract first because it's one term, one concept, which is going to give you 64. And the square root of 64 is 8. There's more examples. And I want you to please remember to go through these examples one by one. I have included all the little things where you can make mistakes. I will do one or two with you. You can stop the video, you can do it, and you can look at the examples and the solutions later. For instance, what I want to show you here in number 3, again, 25 minus 9, one concept, one thing under the square root sign, one term. Don't separate it. It's one term. And you're going to work that out first, which is the square root of 16 square. And that's the other thing that I told you to look at. When you have squares and powers to 2, they cancel each other out. When you have third roots and power to 3 or cube powers, they cancel each other out. And this is what's happening here. The square root and this power cancel, so your answer is 16. Here is another one that I want you to look at. The third root of 5, 3 times 2, 3. Again, they are the same. You can drop all of that and just use 5 times 2, which is 10. This is also an interesting one. It's the third root of the square root times 2 outside. So this will give you the third root of the square root of 16 is 4 times 2. So it's the third root of 8, which is 2. I enjoyed it very much. I hope you enjoyed it too. Please join me in the next video. Thank you.